Hopefully I didn't lose half my audience if anybody's still there. Let's take a look. I'm really sorry about this. I don't know why this has been a consistent issue with the last few streams. Just having these damn connection issues. Mr. Top 10 List is quite the coincidence. What the perfect jinx. It's like the Sopranos finale, yeah. Lovely weather we're having. Oof. Okay. The important thing is that we're back, and nothing can ever change that, except if the connection drops again. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Software Agents TV. I'm A.T. Gonzalez, co-founder of this YouTube channel, and we're playing Cleopatra Fortune off of Taito Memories Goken, a Japanese-only PS2 release, although some of these games were released in the US. Like Cleopatra Fortune, the game I'm playing now, also known as Cleopatra's Fortune. What's the difference? I'll give this another run, and if you guys wanted to vote on what I play next on the collection, let me know. Or I could possibly do another one of my Japanese PS2 games. So. But keep in mind, I'm only going to be on for the next 30 minutes. Whoa. Excuse me. Mr. Top 10 List points out that his stream went off randomly and then went back a minute later. Somebody's YouTube. No, I know for a fact that it's my internet connection. At least in this case. My router was not giving me any bars. Juan points out that Taito is now owned by Square Enix, the people who make Final Fantasy. And I was talking to Sam and our friend Inverted about how it's crazy to think about how much stuff that Taito controls. Blast Boy is here. Hi, guys. For those who don't know, Blast Boy is my cousin. Good to see you. I'm sorry I forgot to text you about the stream. Right now, I'm going to be on for the next 30 minutes, and I'm playing some good old Taito games. But, yeah, when Taito bought Eidos, not Taito. Sorry, when Square Enix bought Eidos, the amount of game stuff they were able to control is crazy. Last Boy says it's all cool. Cool. Yeah, I did this stream without any planning. This is just the first time I've been available in a while. Tomorrow night I should stream a little bit earlier, and I was just thinking what kind of stuff you guys would like me to try. I think I got my groove back. This is the AT gets his groove back and establishes base with y'all's stream. But, yeah, I want to know, what I have. I have, my Xbox One, my PS3, Japanese PS2, Wii and Wii U set up here. So if there are any games on that, you'd like me to try to tackle, and you guys know I own a lot of games, so, if you want to fire away with some suggestions for tomorrow night, go ahead. Juan points out that Taito is owned by Square Enix. Yeah, I mentioned that. Taito, one thing I would like to do if I was in Japan, Taito has a really kick-ass arcade in Japan called the Taito Station. Actually, they own a few of them. And look up some YouTube videos of it. They don't just have Taito games there. They have a lot of Taito games, but they also have a lot of stuff from other Japanese companies. And what they have, I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's so cool. They have some great dedicated machines, and they have multi-machine systems. Blast Boy wants to know if I could play Halo Combat Evolved on the original Xbox. I do own the original Halo. My problem is that my disc has not been reading correctly. And I don't know if I need an update or if I need to replace the disc. I haven't really got a clear answer on that. Maybe I could try it tomorrow, but I don't know if we'll be dealing with a game that isn't working. Juan wants me to try to make Kaiba Man. Noted. Okay, I could probably do a stream where I do half of it something on Xbox, and then the other half, the other something on Xbox will be Soul Calibur 6 character creation, with you guys directing me. But yeah, very good to hear from you, Blast Boy. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, you and your family. I had to work. I've complained about that a few times now. That was a bit something, but not all bad. I did get to have I did get to eat with my family at least, and I did get to catch the parade. Juan wants to know if we could still make Valentine. Which Valentine? Jill Valentine? Valentine from Skullgirls? Oh, it was Will Valentine, not Jill Valentine. I don't remember what franchise this person is from. Juan wants to know if I saw the Goku float. Yes, I saw the entire parade. I was partially making food and partially playing 2DS during the parade, but I did see all of it. I even got to see Diana Ross and her terrible lip syncing. That was embarrassing. Also, the Ninja Turtles looked lame. The ones based on the current cartoon. Juan says that she is from, you know, the show that got screwed over by new management. Are you talking about Winx Club? I thought that was a 4-kid show. Uncle Waluigi said my grandpa had to ask about Goku and the Turtles. My mom called Goku Dragon Ball Z, which is rich, and commented on his cleavage. But me and Sam thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. I like seeing... It's cool to see Goku and Pikachu. It's cool to see acknowledgement of Japanese characters. Anyway, I'm doing Elevator Action Returns, even though I've done it a few times. Maybe you guys are sick of it. I don't get sick of this game. I might even run through the whole thing. Who knows? Juan says Arkanoid. Good choice, Juan. Unfortunately, Arkanoid is not on this collection. It's really too bad because it's a great breakout clone, but unfortunately, the good folks at Taito did not include it. Uncle Waluigi says, "Oh yeah, my favorite anime character, Dragon Ball Z, known for his cleavage." Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe Juan and Uncle Waluigi might get some entertainment from this, because I don't think they've been subscribed to me when I've played Elevator Action Returns. But this is the sequel to Elevator Action, and the premise of this game is that we infiltrate buildings and have to disarm nuclear bombs. So we play as an elite counter-terrorist team who have to battle nuclear-equipped terrorists who are trying to destroy the world with nuclear weapons and start a revolution and start the whole world over. And we can't let that happen. That's just the lowest of the low. Juan says that he knows about elevator action games, and one of them got turned into a Dexter's Lab game. Yeah, I actually know about that. When I started learning about how elevator action was more of a franchise than I initially gave it credit for. Dexter's Lab Robot Rampage for Game Boy Color. And guys, I plan on doing a review of this game eventually. We'll see what happens. I wrote an article of it for Game Tyrant that will be debuting soon. Blast Boy says that his favorite anime character is Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel. Funny you say that. I was watching a little bit of Simpsons earlier today, because today was my first day off in over a week. Watched a little bit of Simpsons and JoJo's. Got to do some video recording. Overall, a very relaxing and productive day. Uncle Waluigi says that there's a Smash Brothers clone on the DS that is just anime characters and that he needs that in his life. What's it called? I can't say I'm familiar with that. If you guys... What was it? If you guys pay attention to some stuff I do with Mr. Top 10 List, this game has been kind of a very recurring background joke or gag. Something that it amuses me, and it may not amuse other people, but as long as it makes me happy, that's okay. I joke that that Edie, the girl I'm playing as right here, should be in Smash Brothers Ultimate, but it's not a joke. The idea being that it'd just be absurd. Something I would like to see would be... I don't know how likely this would be. I would love to see a Taito versus Capcom. Either that or possibly, I guess, Square Enix. You could collect them and the Eidos characters and the Square Enix characters. You get Square Enix versus Capcom. I think that seems more plausible. Unlikely, but more plausible. Blast Boy says, as if somebody could put Super Smash Flash 2 on DS. I'm sure somebody already did, but that's not an official game. So that's a bunch of piracy going on. The things people can do with SD cards is interesting. Something says something about how a data miner found out that there's Metal Gear Peace Walker data. I'm assuming you're talking about Smash Brothers Ultimate. I mean, that'd be interesting. I don't think Peace Walker's a very popular game. I think that's the only mainstream Metal Gear game that I played once. Just once was enough for me. Peace Walker. Everything from Peace Walker, I think it took till MGS5 for them to refine it. And the PSP version of Peace Walker was just not fun for me. The controls really did it in for me. Yeah, we got 7 people in. Interesting. If you're new, don't be shy. Say something. I mean, at this rate... I'm probably just gonna run through the whole game. So I'm just in the elevator action groove. Blast Boy wants the announcer of Smash Brothers to be a fighter. But the announcer doesn't have a body. How can that be? Juan wants to know if in Soul Calibur 6, if I can make the elemental hero from Winx Club. Juan, I've never seen a full episode of Winx Club in my entire life, so I don't know anybody from that show. I would definitely need some guidance. I want to know if I can make Elemental Bloom. Who is that? Blast Boy says, make him an invisible person with a hat and a microphone. So like the Invisible Man, but as an announcer. Okay. Uncle Waluigi says that he's bewildered at the fact that we got a piranha plant and Smash over Waluigi. It definitely sounds like, I hate to use this term, but it sounds like trolling on behalf of the game designers. Maybe DLC, I don't know. Honestly, I'm more surprised by the fact that Bayonetta's in Smash. That's something that, crap, oh shit, no. That's gruesome, I don't want anything bad happening to Edie. But it was a good speed strat if I could actually get to the elevator here on time, which I didn't, so yeah, that was just a loss. I'm still surprised that Bayonetta got in Smash. That's something I would not have expected 8 years ago. Although I guess maybe I could have, because I say this a lot, but once Snake was announced, once Solid Snake was in Smash Brothers, really the gloves are off. Snake was announced before Sonic the Hedgehog was announced, and Sonic has to be the most had to be the most requested non-Nintendo character to be in Smash. Frankly, I'm amazed that we haven't gotten Kazuya or Jean or Heihachi, seeing as how Namco has co-produced Smash Brothers 4 and Smash Brothers 5. Uncle Waluigi points out that Sakurai didn't do it for trolling, he did it because Piranha Plant's a familiar face. He's a troll. I hate using that word, but he is. He's a troublemaker. Let's see, Uncle Waluigi said something I don't understand. I'm sorry, Juan said something I don't understand. I mean, Mr. Tatinless says that he feels like Heihachi is the most iconic Tekken character because of his hair. Good thinking. By the way, guys, now would be a great time to remind y'all that if you like this stream, be sure to hit that the like button, the thumbs up button, as that gives me an advantage in the YouTube algorithm battle. Not a major advantage, but a minor one. It gets bigger the more people hit it. Uncle Waluigi says he's excited for Shovel Knight Spirits. Is that a new game? Uncle Waluigi did it. Yeah, people should do what Uncle Waluigi did. That is to say, press the like button. Let me just pause for a second here. Let's see. Uncle Waluigi said, spirits are what replaced trophies in Smash. Do you mean assist trophies or trophies like in the gallery? Because I have not been following the Smash Brothers development as close as I would like to. Juan is saying something about pause from Peace Walker. Gallery trophies. So what is a spirit as opposed to a gallery trophy? Because I like the gallery trophies in Melee. I don't like the fact, well, there was always misinformation, but in Brawl and Smash Brothers 4, there was quite a few factual inaccuracies, and I just did not like the script the trophies were given. Nintendo should have hired me to write a lot of those. The way I see it, there's just some misinformation, and I don't understand what's the point of having two games that the character or object on the trophy featured are in, it feels so random. In Melee, they picked the debut appearance. At least they tried to. Sometimes they got the information wrong. Like, the one for Meta Knight incorrectly says his first appearance is Kirby Superstar, which is not true. Also gets Metroid's release date very wrong. Very, very wrong. But for the most part, I like how it was done in Melee. So Uncle Waluigi says that they're replaced with high-quality PNGs. Yeah, the funny thing about what was it? The funny thing about Smash Brothers Brawl is that it's essentially promoting a game on a rival console. It's pretty wild that they would do that. Pretty wild. I know a few people who took that very personally. Oh, they shouldn't have. I mean, what other Metal Gear Solid 4 trophies besides Metal Gear Gecko? I know that they had a song from Metal Gear Solid 4 in that game. Uncle Waluigi says, had I heard the song Jump, Jump Up from Mario Odyssey? Yeah. I own Mario Odyssey, but I don't have a Switch. But I've played it at one of my friends' houses, yeah. Yeah, that was a cool part of the game. And I believe either Kid Higgins is the singing and speaking voice of Pauline. Uncle Waluigi said Tails. Yeah, Kid Higgins did Tails at one point. Crap. I don't think she does Tails anymore. I don't think she has in a while. I think doesn't Colleen Shushunin, I can't pronounce her last name, play Tails now? I don't keep on top of Sonic, so I really don't know. But yeah, I believe Kate Higgins is either the voice of Pauline or the same voice of Pauline or both. That's cool. She also, she replaced Kari Walgren as Lady in Devil May Cry 4 in the digital version. And a lot of people know her as she was the English voice of Sakura in the Naruto dub. Uncle Waluigi says that she was the only good Tails. The other one sounded too feminine. I mean, may not be the most politically correct thing to say, but I'm almost inclined to agree. I know a few people who think that Jake Lloyd from Star Wars Episode 1 played Tails in the Sonic Adventure games, and that's just not true. Although I could understand why you would think that. That's kind of funny to think about. That's a funny piece of misinformation that spread like 16 years ago, but it's not true. I personally wish Lanny Manila still did the voice of Rouge the Bat, but me and Mr. Top 10 List, we talked about Karen Strassman before. She's a good choice. I would like to hear more of her. Very good choice. I didn't like Sonic Generations as much as my brother did. Actually, my brother, he did a positive review of Sonic Generations like 5 years ago on this channel. If you want to dig deep into our archives. He's a lot more enthusiastic about that game than I was, at least at that point. He tried replaying it about a year ago, and he admitted that he had to backpedal on it. He said that he does not think the game is very good. Which, that's pretty shocking, seeing that between me and my brother, Sonic is the Sonic. Sam is the Sonic fan. He's a much bigger Sonic fan than me. Let's see. Juan says that data miners found out that we're getting Roy Koopa, Roy Campbell, and somebody from Fire Emblem. Yeah, anyway, I went on a Sonic Generations tangent. I like how I'm playing elevator action, but I'm talking about Sonic. Sonic Generations, I thought the cutscenes were great and the art was great, but I just did not like the physics of the game at all. The game's heart was in its right place in terms of what it wanted to be, and as far as the art direction of the game, sure. But I just thought the physics sucked, which is why I did not like it. Let's see. Uncle Waluigi points out that Roger Craig Smith plays Sonic and the guy from Assassin's Creed 2 and Siegfried from Soul Calibur. I didn't know that he was Siegfried, but yeah, he's been doing Sonic's voice for like 7 or 8 years now. Crap. Alright, and this level will end when I get through the red door. Okay. Juan says something about how he likes a certain part of Sonic Generations. I don't understand what you're talking about. You can La Kalala New Adventure. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Somebody in my Discord chat is being a troublemaker and asking me why I'm playing this game because he thinks it sucks. Well, because I like it and I don't think it sucks. And I want to expose more people to it. Uncle Waluigi says, I hope Smash inspires Sega to make a good Sonic game. Well, keep holding your breath, man. I love Sonic Mania, by the way. But that game was not made internally. It was that was essentially a corporate sponsored fan game, and that was a very good corporate sponsored fan game. Uncle Gomez points out how you can change the music once you beat Sonic Generation. Okay, I'm aware of that. Sam showed me that a lot. I mean, there was a good year where he was totally obsessed with that game. Uh, Juan says that he likes Sonic Mania on the PC only for modding Uganda Knuckles. I actually got Plus recently. And it's neat to see Ray and Mighty back, or the other guy. Uncle Waluigi's come to the conclusion that Skullmania should be in every fighting game. You and a few people, man. Alright, gotta get to that door. That was very close. Alright, shoot, 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 and go through the door. Mr. Top 10 List has come to the conclusion that SNK Heroine should have been the next King of Fighters. I'm sure even the most devout SNK fanboys will agree. Juan wants to know if I can make Fleetway Jones. I don't know who the hell that is. Sorry to disappoint you. I mean, maybe if I find out who they are between today and tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe. Uncle Waluigi says, including Street Fighter V, Smash Ultimate, Tekken 7, Blade Strangers. I don't know what Blade Strangers is. Mortal Kombat and King of Fighters 15. Well, Skullmania would be pretty cool in a future Street Fighter release, or if they ever make another Capcom versus game. Which it really does feel like Infinite might have just killed that brand. Which is very sad to me. Oh. This is when I think the game starts getting really hard, because if you can see them, I don't know if you can. The turrets on the walls, those are indestructible. You can only avoid them. There's no way to damage or destroy them. Juan wants to know if I can make somebody from the Boondocks. I can barely read your comment. And I'm sorry that I can barely read it. I have really bad vision, guys. Hey, you see those turrets? They're bastards. How dare they? I blew up the guy on the crapper. I mean, I could try to make Granddad. Let's see. Uncle Waluigi says, Injustice, Sonic the Fighters. I do Punch-Out game if that ever happens. The next Virtua Fighter title. Yeah, some of those, I don't know if those are going to get sequels. I mean, I hate to be so negative. When I found out that Sega isn't even publishing Streets of Rage 4... that really makes me wonder what their future is going to be like. I'm not sure if they relinquished the publishing rights or if they lost the intellectual property rights to Streets of Rage 4. If I said Street Fighter 4, I apologize. Streets of Rage 4. But I don't know how well the last Sonic game did. I don't think it did very well. And I don't know if Sonic's diehard fan base is enough to really keep things pulling through. It just, it seems like Sega really has seen better days. No, I want to be Edie. No, okay, well. You got to see Jad the Taft then. This guy's the only character, he can just damage enemies by touching them. See? But he's too slow. Uncle Waluigi says Sega should make another Sonic the Fighters. Sonic the Fighters is pretty neat. I used to think it was not that good, but it's basically like Sonic meets Virtua Fighter. And anytime I have to record footage of it for Mr. Top 10 Lists, I have more fun than I should be having. So it's something that it would be neat if it were to make a comeback, but I think we're just stuck at that digital release that came out like what, 6 years ago? Ah. Let's see here. Juan says that data miners found Honey the Cat. Is that a real Sonic character? Or are you yanking my chain? Uncle Waluigi says yes. Yes, yes, what? Yes, as in they should make... That's a real Sonic character? Oh, interesting. She's a real Sonic character. Huh. Yeah, see that turn? I can't blow it up. It does sound like a stereotypical DeviantArt creation, I gotta be honest with you. Okay, I want to be Edie again. Alright. No one seemed to be able to answer my question about whether... damn it. Yeah, the game just gets hard here. Really hard. Okay. I normally don't do this bad. Uncle Waluigi says that Konami should bring back Castlevania Judgment. That is unbelievably unlikely, because not only did that game get really bad reviews, but it also sold really badly too. I think it sold like tens of thousands of units, which is really bad. And then the reviewers trashed that game. Now, I haven't played Judgment since it came out, so I would, maybe I could eventually track down a copy or borrow one from somebody if I were to use that for videos, because, I mean, one thing that turned me off is that I hate what they did to Maria. That was so bad. That was so embarrassing. Come on, Uncle Waluigi. I know you like the game, but I don't think you can defend that. I also didn't think the combat was very good, but I'm a lot more, I'm much more willing to give games I may not have liked the first time around a second chance. Uncle Waluigi admits that he loved Castlevania Judgment. You're one of the few. That's okay. Uncle Waluigi says, wasn't she the little girl that liked boobs? I mean, she wasn't like that in Rondo of Blood. She didn't even talk about that in Rondo of Blood.
Enemy approaching. All crew members on full alert.
And Mr. Tatilla says, but she had an owl for her staff. An owl, and I love owls. Okay. You're almost swaying me. Let's see. Juan says that if there's another Castlevania Judgment, he wants Dark Magician to make a cameo. I don't know if that would happen because the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rights are very complicated between Konami and Shonen Jump. But I do know that Yugi's going to be in the next Shonen Jump fighting game, which is very long overdue. What he's shown doing looks really cool. I just hope the game's good. But I mean, who's in that? I guess Luffy, Goku, and Naruto and Yugi are in it. It's a JoJo character, and definitely like to see Jotaro or Josuke. If we were going to talk about JoJo's, I wish Grant was here. Grant got me the first 3 seasons as a Black Friday gift, which I mean I'm really humbled by that. That's like $120 worth of Blu-rays right there that I didn't ask for. And, you know, one of the reasons why I had a hard time getting into JoJo's initially, I really don't think Phantom Blood is very interesting. I guess that's a very roundabout way of saying that I think it's boring. It's just... I just don't think Jonathan's a very interesting character. In fact, the first time I ever saw him years and years ago, I thought he was just kind of a knockoff of Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. Let's see here. No, there's a nuclear countdown going on, but I'm still going to stop and smell the roses and see what you guys have to say here. Uncle Waluigi admits that Maria was pretty bad, and Simon looked like a stripper, but the rest of his designs were pretty cool. I think Aeon looked pretty neat. Carmela looked like a dominatrix in that, which I guess is almost fitting for her character. Alright, and final, really only boss. As much as I like this game, I wish there could be more in the way of boss battles. This is about the closest thing to a boss the game delivers. Well, that's not really true. Is that yet? Oh, no, I was hoping he was down. Red suit is down. Brilliant. Okay, jump here, jump there. Shoot, 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 shoot. Game over. But in a good way. Steal line from Mr. Top 10 list. But here's one thing that bothers me. This ending of this game does bother me. Because... I mean, supposedly we disarmed the nuclear weapon, but there's still a white flash. I mean, do our heroes die? I don't get it. Were they too lazy to program the ending? Is it meant to be ambiguous? These are the heavy questions here. Because if you don't blow that up, you get the bad ending, which I have done on a private stream before I have it recorded. The nuke goes off, and Red Suit is standing over the landscape, the ruined landscape that was destroyed by the nuclear missile. So I don't know if this is a good ending or not. This has been bugging the crap out of me for a few years. Okay. Uncle Waluigi points out that Castlevania Judgment's art was done by the Death Note artist. That is true. Well, we're basically in overtime now. Maybe I might try one more thing if you guys have any... want to try to vote on something. Let me open the stream in another window, see how it looks. Okay, sure. Uncle Luigi says that he's gonna get himself to sleep. Okay, I'll be doing this again, same time. Tomorrow. Very important that I qualify. So, clarify, rather. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Okay. So I guess the Mr. Top 10 list is still there. I'll do Puchi Carat for a little bit, which this game is pretty neat. It's what you would call a breakout clone. And a pretty late Taito System B release. If this was released in English, I don't think it was a wide release. I know an English ROM exists, but that may not necessarily mean there was a North American release. I don't know why I'm putting so many credits, and I'm probably just gonna do a round or two. And I will play as Gurnet. But this game reminds me a lot of Breakout meets Magical Drop or Money Idol Exchanger. There's surprisingly more to it than you would think. Still a simple game, all things said and done. Bradley says anime nose wipe. Anime noise wipe. That's how I interpreted that. What's a moise even? It's a crap. Well, that didn't go very well. Maybe I should, instead of read, I should play the game. Yeah, why do people do that in anime? That's just gross. Use a tissue and wash your hands, motherfuckers. There we go. Bingo. That's what I want to say. Want a nice clean board. I just want a good clean fight. I don't know if this is doing anything for anybody, but I do think this game is really neat. Yeah, Juan, if you're there, what are some Taito games you like? Do that, yeah, okay. So I keep rebounding in the same position. So I guess that goes to show you that the physics in this game are pretty consistent. They don't feel random. Let's see. Juan says Arkanoid, Clock Puzzle, Bobble. I don't know what clock game you're talking about. And the one where you draw the line. Juan, the one where you draw the line is called Kicks. And it is spelt like this. And at Houston Arcade Expo, I was very fortunate to be right next to a real Kicks machine. And he says that the Flintstones Rescue of Dino and Hoppy is good. Yeah, those Flintstones games are very good, actually. I've been meaning to track down the Super Nintendo one. One of my friends from Japan was kind of hinting he could get me that, but somebody somebody gave him a better deal. So unfortunately, I lost that bid. Because the thing is, I was gonna take it for free if somebody didn't offer him money, but somebody already offered him money for it. The NES Flintstones games are actually really rare. I mean, they go up for ridiculous prices. They go for over $100, and they're pretty darn good actually. The Super Nintendo one's very fun. I've only played it through less than legal means. But you didn't hear that from me. That's why Granddaddy was cheaper. I have no idea what that means. You people talk so ambiguous. If I was playing as the little green fairy, Simond, she would keep saying, Ichigori desu! Ichigori desu! I get more into it, but I don't want to drive my family crazy. You know, this game is featured in my Space Invaders video, if people haven't seen it. Juan wants to know if I can do Elsa, Elsa from Frozen, Spider-Man, and then I'm assuming you're talking about KO from OK KO on Cartoon Network. No. I don't know if Spider-Man's doable, but Elsa and possibly KO are doable. Paul wants to know. See, you don't even clarify if it's KO from OKO. KO. Can I make Paz? Sure, I could do Paz. I could do her Peace Walker form. I don't feel comfortable doing how she appears in the hell is the game called? Ground Zeroes. What's wrong with me? What the hell kind of Metal Gear fan am I? I don't feel comfortable because just the POW stuff in Ground Zeroes. That was yeah, what happens to Paz is one of the most gruesome things I've seen in a video game. And I don't like the character, but even then, it just seemed pretty cruel what ultimately happened to her. But then I laugh at stuff like in Mortal Kombat, when somebody blows up and they have like 12 femurs. That's not biologically possible. Yeah, I could try pause. Perfect. Yes. Good. I could try pause, Elsa, and KO. But we don't talk about the boss baby ever again. No, Garnet, don't panic. No. No. Oh, man. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna get ready to have some late dinner very soon. Unless there's anything anybody wants to get out of the way now. Or soon. I might just do Space Invaders Deluxe for the whole of it. Now this is a cool machine when you see it in the wild. I also talk about it in my Space Invaders video. Yeah, this is the parody Space Invaders game where we play as various Taito characters. Never seen past level 2. I wonder. I wonder. So round 1 is the New Zealand story. Round 2 is the Fairyland story. What characters await us in round 3? Maybe Bubble Bobble? Who knows? They really like putting bub in things. Oh, damn it. Hang on, somebody's texting me. Okay, no. Oh. No, this is probably gonna be it for tonight. Sorry about that. Well, just you know, just fun kicking back and playing some good old Taito classics. I did want to go on earlier. Something I have to deal with now. Okay. Same time tomorrow, different console. So we'll stay tuned to some Soul Calibur character creations. Until next time, good to see you, and remember, please remember to hit that like button. Just, you know, some parting words on the way out. And keep an eye on the next video project. I guess I could get to that when I do some late dinner. And I guess Mr. Top 10 List, I think he might have something coming out this week. So there's my announcements for now. Good to see you all, and just yeah, keep an eye on the stream tomorrow. The other stream I will most likely be doing this week. All right. Hey, Puchi Carat, I know that game. All right. Until then, it's been